Good morning, student. In the yesterday's session, I explained you some concept regarding the financial planning. But some students have a doubt, so I'm going to explain it some repeat concept. So remember, students, these concepts are very important to learn the GST lesson. So GST means what? It is a goods and service tax. It is an indirect tax as well as why it is called it and it is a one tax one nation means GST is one indirect tax for entire country. Then some students have a doubt in the value addition and multi-stage. What is meant by multi-stage? Multi-stage means there are a multiple changes of hands an atom goes through along its supply chain. Means from production to consumer. In between that so many stages are there. So that supply chain and therefore that it's called as a multi-stage. Now let us consider the manufacturer. Manufacturer at the time of production firstly purchasing a raw material. After that they are producing a product. After that warehousing giving a finishing to the goods. Then it is sold to the wholesaler. Then wholesaler product sell to the retailer and that from retailer we are purchasing. So these different stages that product goes and then that product we will get from the retailer and therefore it is called as a multi-stage GST. Now see by diagrammatically buying a raw material, then manufacturer, then sell to the wholesaler, then to the retailer and then final we so the sell to the consumer. So this good and service tax is levied on every stages which makes it a multi-stage tax. Now value addition, very important. Value addition means what? Now firstly the raw material. If you are taking one example of production of the biscuit, okay, so flour and sugar, this is a raw material. So raw material, using raw material we prepared a biscuit. After preparing biscuit we are giving a label to the biscuit and after giving label to the biscuit we are giving to the wholesaler, okay, and then to the retailer and then to the consumer. So on every stage value is added. Value is added means for flour and sugar value is 1000. So for preparing biscuit it requires some amount. So on that amount 500 rupees, so it is again added 500. So GST पहले क्या था, before GST what was there? On the flour and sugar 1000 we are paying a GST. After that when value is added 500 again we are paying a GST on 1500. But in the tax we paid. But what happened when GST came? Just whatever value is added on that value only it is calculated. Means on 500 only. If again for labeling required 100, so on that 100 only GST you are paying. Okay, and so this is called as a value addition tax. Okay, understood? And why it is called as destination based? Means consider the good manufactured in Maharashtra are sold to the final consumer in Karnataka. Since good and service tax is levied at the point of consuming, so the entire tax revenue will go to the Karnataka, not to the Maharashtra, because it is a interstate GST. Okay, which are the component of GST? Component of GST are, see the component. So these are the three important component of GST: CGST, SGST and IGST. Means CGST means collected by a central government on the intrastate sale. Means transaction happening within a Maharashtra. Means business we are doing within a Maharashtra state. And SGST it is collected by the state government on the intrastate, again intrastate, that is a transaction happening within a Maharashtra. And IGST it is collected by the central government of interstate level, means Maharashtra to Tamil Nadu, means in between two different states within a country, but within a two different state. So this is a very important component of GST. Okay, now how it is illustrated. Before that, see here, these are the advantages of GST: removing cascading effect, higher threshold for the registration, composition scheme for small business, online simpler procedure under the GST, lesser compliance and a defined treatment for the e-commerce, increase efficiency in the logistics and regulating the unrecognized sector. So these points just to know, for that purpose I am giving. Okay, this is not a syllabus point of view. Now illustration, how it is illustrated. Let us assume that a dealer in Gujarat has sold the goods to the dealer in Punjab worth rupees 50,000. The tax rate is 18%, comprising of only IGST. In such a cases, the dealer had charges rupees 9,000 as a IGST. This revenue will go to the central government. When it is a interstate GST, means Maharashtra means one state to another state, whole tax is collected by the central government. So the same dealer sells goods to the consumer in Gujarat worth rupees 50,000. The GST rate on the goods is 12%. The rate comprises of CGST as a 6% and SGST as a 6% because of within a state. So always remember that when the transaction is happened within a state, then the GST is distributed to the SGST and CGST, means half of the GST is collected by the central government and half of the GST is collected by the state government. If it is a 12%, so 6% goes to the SGST state government and the 6% goes to the central government. So dealer has to collect the 6,000 as a goods and service tax. So 3,000 will go to the central government and 3,000 will go to the Gujarat government as the sale is within the state. Within the state means intrastate, and between two state means interstate. Don't be confused. Very clearly with example I am explained here. So read, repeat, listen, repeat it, read it and write in your notebook, then you will clear your concept. Then what changes has GST brought in? So in the pre-GST regime, every purchaser including the final consumer paid tax on tax. This tax on tax is called as a cascading effect of taxes. So GST is removed this cascading effect. So GST has removed this cascading effect as a tax is calculated only on value addition. Its cascading effect is only calculated on the value addition at each stage of the transfer of ownership. So understand what the cascading effect is and how GST help by watching this simple example. So this indirect tax system under GST has improved the collection of taxes as well as boosted the development of Indian economy by removing the indirect tax barrier between the states and integrating the country through uniform the tax rate. So with one example I am going to explain you. Now see the tax calculation in an earlier regime. Earlier means before GST. What we are manufacturer cost is 1000. So 10% tax is 100 rupees. So total it is 1100. Now warehousing, label and repeat it will add 300. So it will be a 1400. So on this 1400 again we are paying a tax. How much value is added here? Only 300. But we are calculating a tax here on the whole value. When? Before GST. Okay, before GST regime. It was happened. Now in this stage again we are giving total amount is 1540 rupees. Now for the retailer, for advertisement it is giving 500 rupees. So how much added here it is? Now the value of that product cost is 2040 rupees. Again we are paying a 10% tax on whole value. Means on every stage these previous values added, and on that value we are calculating the GST and calculating a tax, and we are paying the that much amount. And last stage again total it is 1800, this cost total. So total GST tax we are paying it is 444, and the amount is means the price of that product is to the consumer is 2244. it means that जितने भी स्टेजेस हमारे पहले टैक्स पे कर रहे वो पूरा टैक्स repeatedly we are paying. But when GST came, how it is calculated? This cascading effect of taxes are removed by the GST, and now see how it is calculated. The tax liability was passed on at every stage of the transaction, and the final liability comes to rest with the customer. This is called as a cascading effect of the taxes, where a tax is paid on the tax and the value of each atom keep increasing every time this happens, and this is calculated in the current regime. Current regime means in the GST. Now see the cost is 1000, 10% is 100 rupees only. So first stage for the manufacturer total amount is 1100. Now again for 300, just we are calculating the tax on 300 rupees, that is 30, just 30 rupees. But before it is how much? See, 140 rupees. So this is reduced here. So what is the amount? 1430. Now again next 500 it is calculated, 10% tax is 180. This is the previous 10% tax, and it is actual liability is only 50 rupees, because this 50 rupees calculated on the 500. Means every stage how much amount of value is added, on that value only we are paying a tax. See, this is a previous calculation and this is a GST calculation. So previously it is 100, first stage it is okay. In the next stage 130 we paid, but now we are paying just 30. And the next stage 180 we paid, now because of GST came we are just paying the 50 rupees. And in this way that tax cascading effect of tax is removed just because of GST came. Means we are paying a GST every stage but only on value added. जो भी न्यू वैल्यू ऐड हो गई प्रोडक्ट में सिर्फ उसके ऊपर ही GST हम कैलकुलेट करके पे कर रहे हैं, और इसके पहले क्या कर रहे थे हम टोटल अमाउंट के ऊपर GST टैक्स पे करते थे. So this is a very important thing. That's why in the video also and in the Zoom meeting also I told you value addition and cascading effect. These are the very important thing. If you understood, then only you can calculate the GST. You can solve the problem. So students, again repeat, watch the video, try to understand it. If not getting, then you can call me in a session time. Okay students. So mention all the points in your notebook. This is only your today's homework.